everybody, welcome back to my channel. Do not mind the hair, okay? I didn't wash it. Just ignore it. I have a little bandana in my hair because my flyaways were just everywhere. I don't know what's going on, so just ignore that. Today's video is going to be another makeup tutorial. I am going to be doing something a little bit different. I know everybody does like I'm sure this video is out there. I'm sure there's so many people that have done it. I just haven't seen it done in a while. So I wanted to do a full makeup look devoted to a specific brand of products that I have a lot of. Not everything is going to be by this brand. I have a couple things that I do not have something of their products, so and I don't think they have it. So I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial using just Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup products. I have the foundation, I have highlight, I have bronzer, I have the glow kits, I have the eyeshadow palettes. My eyebrows, I'm going to be using their brow products. They don't have a concealer, as far as I know. They don't have a concealer, a primer, and I don't have any of their blushes. I'm like looking at the stuff while I have it. I don't have any of their blushes, so I am going to be using one of their glow kits for blushes because it has like a peachy pink tone to it. So we will see what we come up with. So if you want to see me use basically all Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup products, then please keep watching. Alright, so I have you guys zoomed in here. Don't know if this will be a voiceover or not, but I'm going to start out with my eyes. I'm going to be going in with the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia, and I am just going to wing it. I don't know what kind of look. Obviously, it's a very neutral palette. I have used this a bunch of times before, but obviously it is a very neutral palette, so you can create a lot of looks with this. You can go full on glam, you can go very simple. I have no idea what I'm going for, so we are just going to start out. I'm going to start out with this tapered blending brush from Sigma Beauty. This is an E35 brush, and I'm going to be picking up this first shade here, which is Tempera, and I'm going to set that all over my lid. Do I want to prime my eyelids? Do I? No, I'm not. To me, this is a very simple bone color, so it is very, very neutral, just to get rid of any harsh like redness on my eyes. I am actually going to be going in with the brush that comes in the eyeshadow palette, and I am going to be using the fluffier side, and I am going to be picking up Burnt Orange, which is this third shade in the second row. And I'm going to focus that in my crease and my outer corner. These products are very easy to blend, which I really like. And like, you can have a lot of product on the brush and it really not leave any like splotchy marks or anything like that. I feel like you could pick up a lot of product and it still blends out really nice. Now I'm going to go in with more of a like defining brush. This is an E03 brush from Pixie Beauty. This is one of the brushes that got sent to me in my first ever PR box, so this is my first time using this brush, but I'm really going to use this to focus on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm going to be picking up the shade Mulberry, which is this last shade here in the top row. And I'm going to pick up a generous amount, tap off the excess, and focus that right out here. I'm kind of pushing the product in as I go and then doing circular motions to blend it. But as you can see, I'm just focusing on the outer corner, then going back in with that tapered blending brush from Sigma. I'm not picking up any product, I'm just going to blend out what I have. And I'm going to pick up some more product, push it in. Going back in with that dual brush from the palette itself, I'm going to pick up a little bit more Burnt Orange and just blend those two shadows together in my crease. Now I'm going to be picking up the Morphe M433 brush, and I am going to pick up a little bit of Cypress Umber, this dark chocolatey brown, mix it with Mulberry, and kind of do the same thing on my outer corner. I'm just going to mix the two, and it gives like this really nice dark chocolate shade. Same thing, going back in with my Sigma brush, no more product on it, blending that all out together. I'm going to quickly do the same thing on the other eye, and then we will be right back. Okay, so now that I have this both done on each one of my eyes, I am going to take a little bit of concealer, not like a cut crease, but I'm going to focus that on the inner corner to the center of my lid so that I can really make this shimmer shadow pop like I want it to on my lid. I'm going to quickly be taking, this is an IT Cosmetics smudger brush, but I love how flat that it is for when I put concealer on my eyelids, and I'm just going to be taking some of my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and I'm going to be using that to cut my crease, if you will say. I'm really just focusing this, as you can see, right on that inner corner, dragging it to the center slightly. Doesn't matter if it looks like a little rough, you're going to obviously go back in with more shadow and blend everything together. Next, I am going to be taking, this is my Sephora Pro Shader Brush. It's a very tiny, compact, like the bristles are very compact, and I'm going to be picking up a shimmer shade. Which one do I want to go in with? I guess so there are 3 shimmer shades in here: Rose Pink, Sultry, and Bronze. I think I want to try this Rose Pink shade. I've used it only one other time before, but I think I'm going to go in with that. That is the 4th shade on the top row. And I'm going to pick up a generous amount on my brush, and I'm going to pack that on. I think I want to take, I'm going to grab my Prism palette, and I really want this glitter to pop, and I absolutely love the shade Lucid in this palette. As you can see, I have dug into it a bunch, but I love the shade Lucid from this palette, so I think what I'm going to do is, now that I have that rose color on my lid from the Soft Glam palette, I'm going to pick up some of this and focus that right on the inner corner. Okay, so now that I have my shadow how I want it, I am going to do my brows. I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Let me tell you, these brows are not sisters at all. Alright, I zoomed you guys out a little bit, and now we're going to go in with the face products. Today I am going in with that No Problem primer from Touch in Soul. From that BoxyCharm video I did my last video. I have been loving this. I've been using it for over a week now, and I really, really love how it feels on the skin. It's that velvety feel. That is the word. I could not figure it out last time, but I love the way it feels. So I'm just going to apply that to my skin. And before I apply foundation, I am going to be taking some of the Anastasia Liquid Glow, because I'm using their foundation stick. Now, I am not a huge fan of their foundation stick. When I first got it, I was using it all the time. But I don't know if it's because I didn't realize I should be using a brush and I was using it with my beauty blender a lot, but I still am not a fan of it. But I'm going to be taking this Perla, a Liquid Glow, and I'm just going to take a very little bit just to kind of give my skin a little bit of that like radiance look. The MAC The strobe cream does that. I've used that in my videos before, but since I'm using all Anastasia products, I am going to apply this on my face like I would a moisturizer, just to kind of give my skin that extra glow underneath this stick foundation. Now, I think the stick foundation that I have is a little too light, because I look back at like pictures and things like that and I'm like, wow, I look even more of a ghost than I normally do. But I'm going to be taking the Anastasia stick foundation, and this is in the shade Ivory. And I mean, I still have a lot of product, but I have used a lot of this, and I am going to apply this on my skin. See what I'm saying? Look at that. That is light. That is light. And you guys already know, I've said it multiple times, I like hydrating, dewy, glowy. To me, this is like too matte and like dry for my skin. I like the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. That is a matte finish, but it's not drying, and it's not like, I can feel this like sinking into my skin, and I do not like it. I am taking this is the Morphe M439 brush, and I am buffing this into my skin. As you can see, I am getting lighter. Like, and this isn't even the lightest shade from this foundation. But this is their foundation they have, so I'm using it with all their other products today. But I think I'm going to mix it with some bronzer drops, because I can't. This is, look at this. This is too ghostly. I can't. It blends out much better with a brush. Do not use a beauty blender with this stick foundation. I don't know if it's the primer that I used, but it blends out and it does not look drying on my skin. Okay, I'm going to be picking up this Temp 2 bronzer. It's like this liquid bronzer. I'm just going to put a couple drops on my skin and blend that over my foundation, because this is way too dry and way too light. Same brush, I'm just going to be buffing that out just so that I don't have so much paleness going on in my skin. Of course, bronzer and blush and everything will make it better, but this is way too light. That's a little bit better. Plus, this ring light is super bright. Concealer, I'm just going to go through real quick. I'm going to just be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Obviously, I do not have an Anastasia concealer. I don't think they have concealer. I don't think so. Yeah, see, I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera, but it's like breaking up on my forehead, this foundation. And mind you, I didn't even put concealer on my forehead. Now, to finally make my face look alive, I'm going to be going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. This is in the shade Tawny, and this is what that looks like. And I'm going in with a F111 brush from Mikasa Beauty. It's like a very fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pick up a generous amount of product, tap the excess off, and bronze out my cheeks. I love this shade. This is like it's a neutral, it's not too warm, it's like more of a cool tone brown. I really like how this looks on my pale skin. Okay, so now that I have a little more color to my skin, I'm going to be picking up the Anastasia Glow Kit. This is in the shade Gleam. And these are the 4 shades that are inside. This is like one of the first glow kits. I'm actually going to be picking up Stardust and Hard Candy and kind of using it as a glowy blush, because I don't have any of like their blush trios or anything, but I'm going to use this to give some more color to my cheeks. I'm going to be using a Real Techniques brush for this. So I'm going to start out with Stardust and then a little bit of Hard Candy and kind of focus that on the apples of my cheeks. Now for highlight, I'm going to be using, I've got two here. I have the Anastasia So Hollywood highlight, and then I also have, of course, everyone's favorite, the Anastasia Amrezy highlight. So we all know what this looks like, and it is just beautiful. And I also have loved this. This is like an OG favorite of everybody's. This is the So Hollywood highlight. I think I'm going to combine the two. I'm going to start out with So Hollywood, and then I will put Amrezy's over the top. Now I'm going to go back in with the Soft Glam palette, and I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line, and I'm basically just going to be using that dual-sided brush that came in the palette, and I'm going to be using this little more smaller compact end, and I'm going to pick up the Mulberry shade. Then I'm going to flip it back over to the fluffy side and just get rid of the harsh line looking feel to it. Quickly, I'm going to go in with some mascara, and obviously this is not Anastasia's mascara. This is IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and I'm just going to curl and coat my lashes with this quickly. While my top lashes are drying before I coat my bottom lashes, I'm going to quickly go in with some brown eyeliner on my waterline. This is from Kiko Milano makeup. This is that makeup brand that is from Italy. I believe, yeah. I think it's from Italy. What is this shade? It doesn't actually have a name, but it's 301. And now for lips. Lips, I'm going to be going in with a combo type today. I'm going in with the Anastasia Liquid Lip in the shade Dusty Rose, but then I'm going to put a little bit of the Kristen Gloss on top of that. This is like a very neutral, like mauve lip tone, but I want to add a gloss to it today, so I'm going to put that over top. Quickly, I'm going to set my skin with some of the Mario Badescu facial spray. This is the Aloe Chamomile and Lavender one. I do love the other ones that they have as well, but I bought this one and I want to try this one out. I'm going to just kind of cover my mascara because this IT Cosmetics one kind of transfers a little bit, so I'm just going to cover my eyes as I spray it. Alright, and that is it for this makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm glad I was able to pull out some products that I haven't used in a while. I kind of just wung it, but I really hope you guys enjoyed watching, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye! Leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't want to waste what's left.